I've never had a boring life. I love costumes, you know, it's a big part of it. So my name is Riet Velthuisen from Blij, and I'm the founder and director of the Continental Ballet Company for 35 years. I was born in Rijswijk in Holland. One of my friends took me to a studio. Right away I knew I was going to do that. I loved it. I was going to take classes. My dad was not happy because he thought it was going to cost my education. But I did it anyway. I went to Paris for some time for training by Madame Nora, and it was scary. Special Paris and all those beautiful dancers and me. Wow, that is me when I did audition. You have to have an audition picture. My friend Jeanne, we decided to audition for Ballet Lage Landen, and we both got accepted, so it was exciting. It was hard because you don't have much money. And the hardest part has to be on the bike because, you know, we didn't have a car. And it was sometimes far away, but you know, if you want to do something, you do it. No, it was not romantic. My mom and sisters loved it, especially later when I started performing. And even my dad, when I performed, he was very excited and proud. I met my husband, and he was a big director of a hotel. And then the Holiday Inns from here from the United States wanted him to open a Holiday Inn in Holland. Then they asked him to come to United States. And we thought, oh, that's for a year. And we went to Memphis. Memphis Ballet, they invited me to be a ballet mistress. And it was a fun job. And from Memphis out, they sent them all over the world. And I went with them and I loved it, of course. Then my son was born, so we moved to Minnesota. People are so helpful here. And that's what I found out with the company. Like if there is a lot of snow, neighbors help. And I think that what I love from Minnesota and Bloomington is that people are nice and helpful. And I didn't experience that in other countries. When I was dancing, I didn't like really to go in soloist or the principal. My interest was more in dancing. And later on, I felt making ballets. And when I heard music, I felt the steps and I felt the thing. So that's why I learned to do the choreography. For Cinderella, I got an award because I made complete by myself. And I got the music together from Rossini instead of just taking the Prokofiev music. And I got an award from Kennedy Center, so that is pretty good. Andre, my husband, decided we opened a studio on Nesbitt Avenue. I had a big studio on Nesbitt. I got so many dancers because they loved the style, the way I was teaching. So slowly I started the company there. And that was the beginning of this company.
She was my teacher from the very early stages of my training, all the way until when I was 18.
I have one director, she was really mean. So I learned, oh my gosh, never want to be mean because it scares you and it doesn't help you with dancing because it makes you more nervous.
As her student, I always felt loved by her and felt like she believed in me, but I was motivated to work hard because I cared about what she thought.
Susan Anderson was the director of all the art groups here, and with her together we did fundraising for this building. It was amazing because the architects didn't believe why I have to have the ceiling high. So I have to explain, when there is a lift, you have to get it high. We got it all worked out. There is not a classic company who brings all the classic pieces like Swan Lake, the Sleeping Beauty. Bloomington is so lucky to have the company. Not about me, but about the company. We have professional, beautiful dancers, and we do fantastic ballets.
I think the fact that Bloomington has such a high quality company and school is a great sign of health for the city of Bloomington and its residents, but also for the surrounding areas.
I'm lucky because like my husband have supported me, my son still support me. So I'm a lucky person that I could do what I want to do. Just not so long ago he died, so I miss him still. He loved the company and he loved the dancers and he loved what I did. Yeah, I'm going to retire. I don't know when. I just have to see. I think it is something what I have to do in long run, but not right now, because I'm still excited about a new nutcracker.